Hi, my name is Martin Phan, and I'm a field CTO with CloudCasa. In this demo, we're going to be talking about backup and restore of containerized virtual machines when using SUSE Virtualization, or formerly known as Harvester. Now that users are starting to run virtual machines within containers, CloudCasa provides a solution for protecting and migrating those VMs between Harvester clusters, which we'll get into during the demo. Let me first give you a lay of the land. We're logged into the SUSE Rancher interface, and we have some Kubernetes clusters here with Harvester enabled, which provides us with the ability to spin up containerized virtual machines. So if I drill down into the cluster, I can see Kubernetes resources like nodes and namespaces and pods and storage classes like Longhorn. But if I want to manage virtual machines running in Kubernetes, Harvester provides a virtualization management page from which I can drill down into the virtualization management and into my cluster, and I can see the virtual machines that are running as containers within Kubernetes managed by SUSE Harvester. Backups of these containerized VMs can be easily done through CloudCasa, especially CloudCasa is already performing backups of your Kubernetes clusters, as we built in the necessary application hooks to freeze and thaw the VM before and after the backup. And we've also built in foundations for monitoring your backup success for individual virtual machines using CloudCasa. So if I wanted to back up this VM called my VM running in a namespace called my app, I'll only need to register the Harvester cluster into CloudCasa. I can go to the website cloudcasa.io to sign up for my free CloudCasa account with up to 10 free worker nodes. And once I've logged in, I can see my CloudCasa dashboard from which I can simply add a cluster by clicking on the Add Cluster button over here on the right-hand side. And by giving my cluster a name, let's say portable lab-test, I can register that cluster into CloudCasa by clicking the register button. And once registering the cluster, I'm going to receive the installation manifest for which I can run on my Kubernetes cluster. It's just simply a kubectl apply statement with a unique manifest that I can run within my Harvester cluster to install the lightweight agent that will allow the CloudCasa server to communicate with that cluster. So here, if I jump back to my Harvester cluster, let's go ahead and open up a kube shell. So by running kubectl get pods, I can see two agent pods running within a namespace cloudcasa-io, which is simply my agent installation. And now at this point, we're able to define backup and restore jobs of the VMs running within Harvester. With the CloudCasa agent installed, we can now define a backup against that Harvester cluster through the CloudCasa UI. So here's where I can define my backup. I'll just click on Define Backup from my dashboard here and select the source cluster that I had just installed the CloudCasa agent on. In this case, it's Portable Lab. And then select the namespaces that I would like to protect. So CloudCasa is protecting at the namespace level. If you recall, the namespace that contained the VM, my VM, is under a namespace called my-app. And I can also filter by resource types and by key value pair labels for further filtering my selection. When protecting persistent volumes, I'm able to choose whether or not I want to snapshot the persistent volumes or if I want to back up directly and read directly from the persistent volumes without a snapshot. The next screen allows me to define pre and post application backup hooks, and these are just scripts that will run within the containers to quiesce the necessary databases or run the necessary commands that you would like to run when backing up this VM. By default, CloudCasa will make all the necessary function calls to quiesce the VM prior to backup, so you won't have to worry about specifying an application hook here when you're just considering VMs. The next screen will allow me to select a policy for my backup. In this case, a policy is just simply a schedule that you would like to run on. And here is my backup schedule that I can define and customize. Finally, I'll just give my backup job a name. Let's call this my VM backup, and we'll create and run this job with a retention period of 7 days. Once the backup completes, I can go ahead and drill down into that backup job and take a look at the activity of what was performed during the backup and how it copied that VM over to my backup storage location, along with the VMs that were protected within that namespace. With the VM being backed up, we can now go ahead and perform a restore of that VM and namespace. In this case, I can go into my CloudCasa dashboard and select restore from the backup that I just performed previously. And here I can see the recovery points that are available from that backup, and I can go ahead and select that recovery point. At this point, I can select the namespaces that I would like to restore. In this case, the VM is contained within a namespace called My App. Under my destination, I can go ahead and select the original cluster that I had backed up from, as well as provide restore transformations, such as renaming namespaces. In this case, I will add a restore suffix to the namespace called restored, and then followed by the date here. And I can also remap storage classes if necessary, if I were restoring between different clusters. Post-restore application hooks are also available to me in case I wanted to run a script after the completion of my restore. And then finally, I can give my restore job a name and select save and run restore. I can monitor the progress of my restore through the activity log within the dashboard here. And once restored, I should see that new VM pop up within my Harvester Virtualization Management console. And now that that VM is in a running state, I have just restored the VM from my CloudCasa backup. Thank you for taking the time to watch this demonstration on backing up and restoring virtual machines in SUSE Harvester using CloudCasa. And we hope you found this tutorial helpful and informative. To stay updated with the latest features and best practices, don't forget to subscribe to CloudCasa and explore how we can simplify and enhance your data protection needs. You can also visit us anytime at cloudcasa.io for more information or sign up for your free account with up to 10 worker nodes included. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.